Assalamu alaikum and welcome once again to The Entrepreneur. I hope you guys are very well at home and I am very happy to be here. Once again, I've got a female entrepreneur on the show today. She's a very inspirational individual. She has given to the community so much. And in fact, she is, keeping on giving because her company is called MySpouse. And as the name goes, it is to find spouse or spouses, male for the female and female for the male, and it's all about marriage. Now we are actually facing a bit of a crisis when it comes to finding the right person. And Rashana Ali, who is a HR professional and founder of MySpouse, is in the game to help you guys with that. So hopefully we'll enjoy the show, and I'd just like to welcome Rashana. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Brilliant. It is great to have you. So tell me, first of all, a little bit about your company, MySpouse, and then we'll talk about how you got about getting there.
Sure. So MySpouse was formed almost 2 years ago now. So we're here to help our Muslim brothers and sisters find themselves husband or wife. Our mission is to get people married, and our values and beliefs are, empathy, confidentiality, and respect for our clients.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you? What kind of difficulties do you face with regards to those three things that you mentioned? And also, as we know that there is a bit of a crisis at the moment, especially with females, they are looking for the right person, and by looking for the right person, sometimes rejection is there quite a few times, and eventually maybe they've left an age of marriage and so forth. So we can go to that later. But with regards to the difficulties that you face with your clients,
Gosh, there are so many. So obviously, I have different ages of clients coming through, different ethnicities.
What are the youngest?
Youngest, 19, 20.
Females?
So recently, men as well. So
Really?
I had a recent a Muslim revert.
Yeah.
So he came through, he was a young man, I think he was 19 years old. He has lots of tattoos as well. Obviously he's a revert. He's a revert now, He's the only Muslim in his family.
Oh, gosh.
So he faced quite a lot of difficulties in finding himself a wife. Alhamdulillah, he is getting married now, so he has found someone.
I was just going to say that it must have been a challenge for you to find, obviously he's looking for a Muslim wife, right?
Yeah.
So
yes, of course. Yeah. So he has found someone now, alhamdulillah. But he did have lots of reservations about whether a Muslim woman or even a family would accept him because of his tattoos.
Yeah. Can I ask what kind of background was he from, like ethnicity?
Bulgarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And what's he getting married to?
Bangladeshi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah.
and obviously you dealt with the female in the situation. What about her parents? Because it's quite interesting.
They were accepting of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously now we're in 2025. People are more accepting.
More diverse as well.
Yeah, interracial marriages as well. There's not many of what will people say. So yeah, I think she had quite young parents as well. So they were quite accepting of it. And he's young. He was serious, and he was happy to sort of fulfill his wife's right in terms of providing, protecting her, and so on.
He knows the requirements.
He was actually more serious than other maybe men who have been Muslim from birth.
Oh, fantastic. I hope it goes really well for him, especially being a revert, and especially when somebody is a revert, and obviously we're just moving off the topic here a little bit, but when somebody is a revert, they face the most challenges, and this is the time it's very much advised by by the scholars, and even I think Prophet ﷺ at that time, then when somebody becomes a revert, that to support them as much as you can, whether it's financial, whether it's mental, physical, whatever. So brilliant. That's so coming back to your young age when you're married now, right?
I'm not married.
Oh, you're not married. Oh, you're not going to know much about marriage, then, are you?
I've been married.
Okay.
So
sorry, I take it back. I take it back. Okay, so as a young person, when
Yeah.
you were growing up, right? Obviously, because this is a business.
Yes.
Okay. And my question to my guests are that when they start off at a young age, do they have business in their mind? Because they might see family members who are successful business people. A lot of people, they want to do maybe a 9-to-5 job. They, I mean, youngsters, if you ask them, what do you want to be? They say a policeman
Rich.
or a fire, do you understand?
Oh, they want to be rich. Yeah.
What was that? Rich. Be rich, yes. So for a female, I don't know exactly. But as a young female, did you think that I'm going to grow up and I'm going to have my own business? Or as you went along, how did you come about?
So I actually, when I was at college and then I went on to university, I have always wanted to start my own business.
Okay, so you had this one, yeah.
Yeah, and I did say to one of my friends at the time, oh, I'd love to have a cleaning business, you know. And then she said, oh, no, no, don't be silly, you know.
Okay.
But if you look at their backgrounds, they weren't in college or university or so on. So it's very important to be around people who are at the same mindset as you. I think that's very important, and don't listen to naysayers. So I think I have always had that in me. And then when I went into HR as well, I always thought, oh, I'd love to have my own HR consulting company as well. So I think I've always had that.
Yeah.
But again, if you haven't grown up with that, it's never too late.
No. And no business is too small, is it?
No, exactly.
I mean, even the cleaning business that you mentioned. And because we have a lot of people, well, look, the thing is, we have a lot of people who watch this show, and it's all about supply and demand. Okay, if the supply is there, you fulfill the demands, right?
Yeah.
And even if it's a cleaning business, if it's a tailoring business, it could be, to people, it could be the lowest of the low jobs, right?
Yes,
but the real entrepreneurs are people who actually work hard in the beginning, but then they sit back and they make money with other people's money or other people's resources.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of big companies out there nowadays who are getting you to provide your services, and I don't want to mention all that, but you, and then your services will be given to somebody else, and here I am in the middle, taking a commission from you and taking a commission from them and becoming a billionaire now. I think they are now. So yes, so even with the cleaning businesses, that's what they do. Just for, if your friend is watching now, for example, she could see that you recruit people, you provide them, and this is one of my businesses, by the way, provide services to different areas. And I try to make a bit of money in the middle. But my main objective is to serve and sort of support, whichever companies need that support. So, as you were growing up, you did think about you want to become a business person, right? You did. Was there any point in your life that that made you think that I want to do this type of business, like MySpouse? Because there's so many different businesses out there.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Yeah. So I had another friend who was single at the time. She's now married. Yeah. And we went to a single Muslim marriage event.
Okay.
Yeah, together.
Yeah.
But she has obviously since married.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said to her, oh, we should do something like this. And she said, yeah, you should actually. So she was a good friend who said, it really encouraged me and said, yeah, why don't you? And then I thought, okay, and I put out an event on Eventbrite, and then people started buying tickets. Actually, my first event I did cancel. Okay. So I did have like self-doubt. I thought, oh, who would buy it or who's going to turn up? But actually, alhamdulillah, when I put it back up again, it sold out. Okay. And my first event was in Barking in London, and I had very good turnout and very successful matches. People were in talking stages. So that's what drove me to do it as well. Obviously, I thought I'd find my friend a husband, looking for myself in it as well. But now I don't really do that because I'm working. So when I do have events, it's just work mode.
Professional mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right.
I love matchmaking people. It makes me very happy.
Wow, so, I mean, it is a very noble, I think, kind of job. Getting two people together and starting off a new life. Yes, definitely. Now, your company, is it limited to Muslims, or is it like you find you matchmake anybody?
It is for Muslims,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because obviously I'm a Muslim, I serve
The Muslim
Muslims
community,
community,
okay, yeah.
and that is, for me, that's a halal relationship, right?
Right.
I can't accommodate any
Yeah.
other, really.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, in terms of your family, your parents, for example, or your siblings, all that, how were they towards you opening up this business? And obviously, you're very successful. Otherwise, you'd be here today.
Thank you.
What kind of support did you get from them?
Yeah, I mean, my mum finds it quite funny.
Uh-huh,
You know,
yes.
why can't you find someone for yourself or whatever?
I
You're
was gonna say
matchmaking
that.
everyone else. Yeah, so that she has that viewpoint.
Yeah.
My siblings have been supportive,
Yeah.
especially one of my sisters. She's actually come and helped me at the events,
Okay.
helped me run it. Yeah, so they have been quite supportive, and they
Yeah.
do spread the word for the events.
And it's all mostly online, is it, or do you have a base?
What do you mean in terms of selling the tickets? Or?
No. Like, so the MySpouse is about finding a
Yeah,
husband
it's
or a
not
wife.
online,
No.
it's in person. So
Okay.
we organize and host events. So you have to be in person
Okay.
to meet the other person, because that's where the real connection begins, right? When you're talking to someone.
But
when you
also,
meet
my
someone.
understanding is, sorry, just
Yeah.
to be clear, you said events. Is it like a group of people that go to events, or because I mean, a spouse, my spouse, or finding a spouse would be like you've got an office.
Yeah.
You've got an album full of people, maybe somebody, some CVs.
No. So we do. So
yeah, you see, I'm just trying to understand.
we sell tickets online.
Okay.
Okay, so people will purchase it, so they can bring along their mahrams as well. Mahram tickets are always free.
But hold on, these are for events.
Yes.
Just explain to me how your company works, just to be clear. Because events, I mean, you understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
If I was to look for a bride, I would
Yeah.
come to, MySpouse, I'll find that online.
Okay, I'm coming to that,
I'll
yeah.
call you up and I'll say, well, I'm looking for a wife, right? You'll say, okay, I've got an appointment on this time or that time. Isn't this is the way
Yes,
it works, right?
so primarily we do events for people to come
Yeah.
and meet the future spouse, inshallah, at the event.
Okay.
And then connect with people.
And they'll have mahram
They
and
then
people like that
also, they then also go into our database. Okay, so, and that's when we capture their details in terms of who they are, their age, ethnicity, what they're looking for,
Right.
and so forth. And that's how we matchmake people as well. So, for example, if we have any future events or someone wasn't very successful at the event, we will look at our database to matchmake them. We also provide one-to-one matchmaking service. Again, this is where our database comes into play. So we will look at that and
Okay.
also matchmake people. So it's not online. It's not an app-based company where you're just speaking to strangers on the
Okay.
internet.
Yeah.
We actually get you to come in, meet people in person, and then you get onto our database.
Interesting.
So
interesting.
everybody that's on our database, we have met.
Wow, that's something quite
Yeah.
different. So you got events happening, and it's pretty much like a little halal party, if you like, right? And people come, and then they can come with their mahrams and everything,
Yes,
and they get to
exactly.
meet that person. And then do they contact you, or do they just contact that person directly then?
Yeah, so they're allowed to exchange details directly with that person if they
Okay.
want to at
Yeah.
the event, or they can let myself or any of my assistants know that they want to matchmake with a particular person.
Right.
They can email that in, or they can come and speak to me on a one-to-one basis,
Yeah.
and then we basically help them outside of the event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just for the viewers' sake, I mean, something like this, it's very interesting, like I said before. Did you have any difficulties setting it up? And did you have any difficulties whilst running, right? And I want to know how you overcame both of them. So first question is
Setting it up.
setting it up, yeah.
I didn't have any difficulty setting it up, to be honest,
Quite simple.
because it was quite simple. Started with zero revenue, started with nothing, just put online tickets up, it got sold, and then with that money, we
No
obviously
investment or anything like that to
not yet,
upfront.
not yet. I will
Okay.
come to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously from that revenue, we book the venues, provide refreshments and so on, and then again, it's just like a cycle, repeating that rinse and repeat cycle.
Okay. All right.
In terms of setting it up, we're still to set up our website.
Okay.
Again, we need money, revenue for that, so we will get that from our events. And difficulties, what was your next question?
The difficulties whilst running. How long has it been?
About 2 years now.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So we are on Instagram
Yeah.
and TikTok.
Yeah.
Some of the difficulties as a Muslim woman doing this is I don't really want to be online and on social media.
Yeah.
So that's been difficult for me because I have seen some men even doing one event this year and then gaining like 60, 70k followers with just, videoing themselves and putting it up on TikTok, putting themselves up on social media.
Okay.
That's not the line I want to go down.
Yeah.
So I'm really battling with myself in that sense to not put myself on social media because that's not what I'm about. I'm quite.
Yeah. You want to be in a sort of premium level, and that's sort of belittles it.
Thank you.
I think this is my opinion. It might be different from other people, but if you're just out there for everybody to see, then it's just whether it's business or whether it's yourself. It's just my understanding. I hope people don't take it the wrong way, but. Yeah, so I mean, look, the thing is, you've gone to events, right? You're doing events, and you're marketing in you're marketing your business in that way, and because you're a female entrepreneur, obviously, you might face some kind of difficulties in terms of support and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is what I was getting to. This is what I was getting to in the middle of. Whilst you are doing the business, what kind of difficulties there are. However, it's okay because you're quite a new business, and you've started this new, and you're doing well. Okay, so otherwise,
one of the difficulties doing singles events. One of the difficulties is getting approached. So I'm trying to matchmake men. They approach me in the wrong way, like not in the wrong way in terms of for marriage and so on. And so that's quite difficult to deal with. And
so
also
instead of you trying to matchmake with somebody else,
exactly, and then also the other part is not getting that support from sort of community. They don't take you as seriously as they would with a man.
Right.
And I have seen, like trying to launch this forward, that men do propel themselves much more quicker in business than women. It's a fact. I've experienced it myself. So
good. No, because this is what I meant. But what kind of difficulties are you facing? And because you're a female as well, you'll probably have that 25% more difficulty than a male.
Yeah, a lot more.
But you are overcoming this, and I think what you just mentioned about being a female and people don't give you that kind of support. I think we're slowly getting out of that. We are there are more female business persons, and I think we're getting out there, and I think we need more, because in other communities such as the Indian or Pakistani communities, or even Middle Eastern communities, I've seen very much progression. People are getting out there, and businesses are being opened up by female. They're employing so many staff, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think that's it's just growing as a community. So we definitely need to do that, and you are definitely an inspiration if you advocate this and so forth. With regards to, normally my question would be if you got any children or stuff like that. I mean, and how do they deal with, but you've got family members, you've got a busy schedule and all that. But obviously, you don't have family in terms of husband and children and stuff like that. But if that was the case, what would your advice be for a female entrepreneur who is going to be in business and they've got families? How do they juggle the time between giving it to the children, to the husband, and to work? Would you put it as a ratio, percentage, or would you just say balance it out?
I really believe in work-life balance. So putting the family first comes first for me, and then working around that, having children, and then working around the school hours, 100%,
Okay, all right, fantastic. Would you say that there is a crisis for finding spouses at the moment?
Yes, I have had both men and women like crying in tears. Men also do get upset about this,
I'm sure
they
do,
can't
yes.
find
They've
someone.
got their feminine side.
And and women as well. There is a crisis, and I think people get stuck in the talking stage where they are looking for perfection in that stage. And, you know, no one is perfect, and it's all about sort of, you know, just really knowing yourself and then looking for what you want.
Do they actually come and say to you, you know, I want that perfect person. I want that, these boxes that I need to tick, and it's got to be that.
There are some who do say, and people do unfortunately emphasize on looks. So I have had events where women have walked out saying, nope, there's no one there that I find good looking or attractive, and they've walked out without even having speaking to anyone, which is really unfortunate.
Would you say that's a narrow sort of way to think?
Of course, yeah, because looks fade. You know, at the end of the day, I would suggest my viewers or anyone looking to look for kindness and look at their character, because that is what sustains a marriage, not someone's looks.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I believe and I think that, you know, we are all put on this earth with duties, and we need to, you know, duties and obligations. And if we fulfill those, or we need to look at fulfilling those, I think we're a good human being.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, great, brilliant. Give us some tips, 3 tips, give me, for our viewers, and when it comes to business. So, as you are experiencing business right now, you've opened up a business and, you know, you're on this journey. Give us 3 tips.
I would say believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Have good supportive people around you. Don't listen to the naysayers.
Okay. Don't let people put you down, basically.
No. If someone is saying no, don't do it. You shouldn't be around that person, obviously.
Okay, interesting.
And research.
Right, fantastic. You said the same thing as my last guest said the other day, and only 2 things, and she said also spread positivity. So females do think alike. And research, yes?
Yes.
Research, okay. Do you have any future plans for your business?
We do. So obviously working on our social media strategy. And website building, and also really pushing our one-to-one matchmaking service forward.
Brilliant. Okay.
For our clients. Yeah, we don't work with everybody. We just work with a very niche set of clients who are very serious about their search.
Fantastic, fantastic, brilliant. Thank you. Well, you know, thank you for all these things that you've shared with us. Thank you for coming onto the show. It means a lot, all right, and especially for our female viewers. And I hope we've got quite a lot of female viewers watching today. And Rashana has mentioned a few tips that you need to follow. Hopefully, if you'd like to follow them, I think it would be good for you. And this is believing in yourself, and also don't let others put you down. So I would say, you know, people say so many things. Take the good from the people, and when they're negative, you know, just keep that aside. And also, you've mentioned research. So do a lot of research, do your due diligence when it comes to business, minimize the risks, because you will be investing money and you do not want to lose money. So for that reason, you know, do your research. So I hope you enjoyed the show, guys, and I've enjoyed it myself. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.